Hey everybody, Melvin and Darin here with MyPlatinumClub.com, and we are here today for a burning question from one of our members. This one comes from Frank in Houston, and Frank asks, Darin, with everything going on in the economy, is now a good time to invest in commercial or apartment real estate? And what would you recommend? I guess I'll add that as well for Frank.
Well, I get that question a lot, and you and I have had this conversation, quite a bit too, and I get that question quite a bit. Is now the time to be investing? And I think the main reason why because usually, I guess logic would say, well, of course it is. Property values are down typically. You've got motivated owners. You've got a lot of reasons to be involved in real estate. But see, the big question though then is, well, have we hit the bottom, or is there more to go?
Right.
So if I buy a property for X amount of dollars now and it looks like it's a discount, is it going to go down in value even more? Okay. So I'll give you the 2-minute answer to this. First of all, the answer is yeah, you should be getting into a good commercial property, an apartment property at least right now. Okay. But here's the caveat though, Melvin. The property needs to be in a good location. It needs to have a good tenant mix, and the rents need to be under market. So I'll hit those again, okay? Good location, good tenant mix, rents under market.
Rents under market.
Under market, okay. Now, the reason why is you want to be able to go into these properties at this given time with realistic upside to increase its value, okay? And how you typically do that is with the ability to raise rents and get those rents higher, okay? What you don't want to do here, okay, what you don't want to do is you don't want to buy a property in a crappy, I call crappy area, low income area, area that's crime problems, all those kinds of things. And we all know what those areas look like. Sure. Avoid those. I don't care if they're $1,000 a unit. Don't go there, okay? Because the ability of those properties to come up in value, it's not worth the hassle.
It's not going to happen.
No, it's not. So you want to avoid those. The second kind of property you want to avoid is the government subsidized properties. Okay, the government has a large amount of restrictions on how much money you can make with these properties. See, it used to be everybody wanted to own a government subsidized property because automatic checks once a month. It was easy, like
guaranteed money, right? I've heard that before.
Yeah, and there was a time where it was smart to do that. But there are so many restrictions now, Melvin, and there are so many rules and guidelines for people to follow that it's hard to make a lot of money and grow the value of those properties over time. I've dealt with a lot of folks recently who bought the property government subsidized for X amount of dollars 15 years ago. Guess how much it's worth? About the same, in some cases less, because of those restrictions. So you want to avoid those properties, okay? So you want to avoid the low-income properties. You want to avoid the government subsidized properties. And then the other kind of property you want to avoid, guys, is you want to avoid the properties where it's already maxed out. Okay? So you want to avoid the property where you're paying a high price for it, the rents are at the top of the market, okay? The expenses are as low as you can get them. You don't want to be doing that because you're typically buying, I guess what I would call an average kind of property because there's no upside for you. There's no way for you to really grow the value other than hope that you can get the rents to go up, right?
Right.
Well, I don't want to deal with hope.
Right.
You don't
or
want to
just time.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with hope. I don't want to deal with hopefully the rents can go up, 5–10% over the next year. I want to go into a property where I know those units that are renting for $500 a month, I can get $550, I can get $575 if I do a little bit of work and asset management work. So I would tell you that now is a great time to be investing. Now is a great time to be investing in good projects because you can get good prices, okay? You got motivated owners, and you've got a large amount, especially in the apartment world, a large amount of tenants wanting to stay in apartments now because because of the credit fallout. And so you find those kind of properties, you're going to be doing quite well. But remember our caveats. The caveat is no government subsidized, no bad locations, no properties that are being bought at the top of the market. You want properties that are in good locations, good tenant mix, that have room in those rents, okay? Of course, motivated owner helps and all those kinds of things. But if you buy the property right with those things in mind, you're going to have a winner on your hands.
Okay, makes sense. All right, thanks for your question, Frank. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody got something out of that today. And again, this is Melvin and Darin with MyPlatinumClub.com. And remember, if you got a question, post it up on the discussion board, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks a lot.
See you later. All right.